Hi everybody, Michael Walker, Secondary Technology Integration Specialist here in Edina, and I'd like to welcome you to Summer 2012 Blended Learning using Moodle. In this video I'm going to be showing you some of the features of the course and the new Moodle 2.2 server so that you understand kind of how things will work in the course. Some of you may have not taken a Moodle course before, so I'm going to kind of start with some basic things here. But once you've logged in and you've put in the enrollment key, you should come to this page where you see the course. Right now it's set up into kind of 8 parts. The first, probably the longest, is the orientation, kind of getting you acclimated to the class and things like that. And that's something that in a blended format, just like we set up an explanation of how the course will work in a face-to-face environment in our day-to-day classrooms, we need to do that same kind of thing in the blended environment. So if you're teaching in a blended setting, you're going to be doing some similar activities that you would do in a face-to-face, such as building community and things like that. And one of our first activities is to try and start building a little bit of community with the people who are participating in the course this summer. This being a new Moodle, there's some things that are going to be a little bit different from the old Moodle version. Those of you who are creating when you're creating your classes, you can do so in the old version, and in fact I'm going to recommend that for most of you because we've had some issues with our Moodle 2.2 system, as you can see, just even getting it so it's accessible to the public, but also because we don't want to add too much more to the plate, so to speak, for next year. So we're going to stick with our current Moodle and Edina apps. We may have some additional single sign-on portals that we add as the year goes on and as we get moving. But for right now, we're going to stick with this with our old system. So you'll probably be creating your course with Moodle 1.97, which is our current Moodle site at moodle.edina.k12.mn.us. So I'm going to take you through the class a little bit here, and as you come down to the first section below the table of contents there, this news forum, this is something where only the teacher has access to, and in your course you will also have a news forum. Now that news forum is nice because it allows you to send out both posts on your Moodle site, but it also sends an email to anyone registered in the class. So that's something that's kind of nice. In the About This Course section, you'll learn more about the class and see some different things. And then we have that Getting to Know You forum. And what I'd like you to do in that forum is just tell a little bit about who you are, some of your goals for the class, what you hope to achieve this summer, what you're planning on doing in your Moodle courses, any non-academic fun things you have planned for the summer, and then a favorite picture that you took. And it'll help you see how you can upload images as well in Moodle just by clicking on the picture icon and then uploading the image. You can put it on there, and that would be something that for us to kind of see a little bit more about you and get to know you a little bit more. In anything that you do in Moodle, you'll see that I've gone to this forum, and up across the top we call this the Breadcrumb Trail, and this is where I can go back to different places. So for example, if I want to get back to the course, I'm going to click right here, back to my course, and here I'm back at that first part. On every course that I add in Moodle, I include the Edina Web 2.0 Code of Ethics. And it's something that you'll probably want to go through with your students at the beginning of the year, just as a reminder to remind them about some of the different things. If I click on that link, it takes me there. And a couple things to note that as you're looking at that Code of Ethics, we're focusing on making sure that they're keeping themselves safe. That's that first section. Though in some cases we're kind of limiting their ability to give an authentic, present to an authentic audience and improve their digital footprint. So we're actually working on rewording this first part that says that if they get parent approval, that they can post their first and last name. It's something that hopefully is going to be coming this summer as a change to the policy, so that, you know, at an age appropriate level above 13, for example, they would be able to post that. So when kids do really great projects, for example, Alec Fisher, who created a documentary on bullying in Minnesota, when he posts that up there, he can use his full name and it can be part of who he is and help him create a positive digital footprint. And there's other examples of that. One of the things that's important to note is number 12, that the failure to follow the code will result in academic sanctions. And they need to remember that when they do something that really affects their acceptable use and do something really egregious, they are going to lose access to logging in, not only at school, but because it's all tied together, they're going to lose the ability to log in at home, access any Moodle classes, do any Google apps. All of that will be gone if their access has been restricted. So it's an important thing to remind them. Back in the course, one of the things that I'm going to do right now is come down to the settings menu. This is where the course administration things happen. And I'm actually going to come down below that to switching my role to a student, so I'm sure that I'm viewing things as you will see them, which is kind of important. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Now, as you're going through the class, I've set up a little checkbox next to each of the things. So as you complete the Getting to Know You forum, you can check that off and mark it as complete. And this is a way to kind of help you keep track of that. The other thing I've tried to add in each topic is a question forum, so that if you have questions about the specific topic or part, you can click here and add a new discussion topic and say, hey, how do I do this? Now, it may be that I see the question and I can answer it right away, but if anybody else sees the question, feel free, if you know the answer, to answer that as well. We are all kind of co-learners in this experience, and so it doesn't necessarily have to be me as the only person in the room with all the knowledge. So if you know how to do something, somebody has a question, feel free to jump in and answer that. Okay. Now, in the first orientation topic, one of the things that we're going to be looking at is learning a little bit about what is Moodle, using it in the classroom. There's some videos that I've posted there. And then this Rise of K-12 Blended Learning is an article posted by Michael Horn, who along with Clayton Christensen wrote the book Disrupting Class, where they talk about how online instruction is really going to have an impact on K-12 education. Then I have an evolution of blended learning presentation that I did that can help. And then this checklist for Edina High School staff is really one that's good for all of us as you're thinking about creating a blended course. If it was something that was going to be actually part face-to-face, part online, you would follow those steps. Now, all of these activities that we're doing here could be part of a face-to-face class. It doesn't have to be that you're going to meet online and meet face-to-face. But there are certain times when these activities might take place outside of class. For example, a discussion forum or something like that, where you want the activity to take place outside of class. And that's what it's there for. It still means you're meeting face-to-face every day. It's just an outside of class activity. For example, maybe you want to flip your instruction, which would be a blended type activity. You can create a screencast, have the kids watch it, maybe even answer some questions outside of class in a Moodle quiz, and then come back and use that information the next day to inform your instruction, maybe differentiating based on how the kids did. So then below that we have some assignments. And here are some assignments that I created, one on how people learn and something that you're going to be doing some reading and answering some questions on, and another about navigation and profile. Then I have a couple of things for you to take a look at. One is ideas from Moodle Share, which is a site that has Moodle courses created where you can go and kind of look at the class and see how they set things up as to get some ideas. For some advanced users, you can see an example of a no-scroll course. And you can also go in and look at some of the changes between Moodle 1.97, our existing Edina apps, and Moodle 2.2. There's advantages and disadvantages of them, and you'll see some of that there. And then I have some suggestions for building community, and it's something that I'd like you to keep in mind as you're creating your Moodle course, is maybe adding one of these activities in there to kind of help build some online community aspects of your class. The last part of the orientation is web tools information. As you're going through and creating your Moodle course, you may want to incorporate some different Web 2.0 tools, such as a Prezi assignment or other activities. And so this Web Tools information is something that we put together for you to look and see how you can embed Web 2.0 tools in your Moodle course and make assignments with that. There's different opportunities there. For example, screencasting is one of the things you'll be learning about, and learning how to create a screencast with Screencast-O-Matic like I'm doing right now, and put those things in there. And then again, questions that you have for that unit. And then the course pretty much goes the same way. There's some lesson type things, something about web tools, and then that optional forum as you go through. Some of you are going to be doing every piece of this. Some are going to focus on specific things. For example, I know some of you are really interested in learning about quizzes, and when you get down into the creating learning activities, that's going to be something where you're going to be doing that, and part of the assessment in Moodle, learning how to do quizzes in that lesson. So you'll see some other things. Part 8 is the no scroll component, which is completely optional for you. There's some additional resources that I've tagged from Moodle, and then a final course reflection. Hopefully this will be about a 9-hour type experience for you. You're probably going to get through one unit of your Moodle course, but for that you will, once you complete that and we've gone through and had our meeting at the end next fall, you'll be able to get your $250 stipend. I am available throughout the summer via email, or if you want to contact me via Twitter at @NickWalker, asking questions, different things like that. If something comes up, if something's not working, please let me know, and we'll try and address it as quickly as possible. I'm really looking forward to learning with you this summer, and have a great day. Thanks.